Reach for the stars. What a strange little rock. How about we call it Strangelet? Oh my gosh, that's actually a really cute name. Oh, I love the idea that we're kind of giving it a name, not only because the things that you name you tend to take care of a little bit more, but also because what if it isn't a rock? What if that was an egg? What if this is the inside of the egg? I really hope when it kind of melted into goop, we didn't hurt something, but let's just see where we go from here as we carry on with the absolutely adorable adventures into deep space with starbirds, which is positively, absolutely inspiring me for many other adventures that span everything from, Slime Rancher with its full Slime Rancher 2 release coming out soon, as well as, Spore, No Man's Sky, Wobble Dogs. There's a lot of things that this is just making me so excited about, but let's carry on for now. Excellent notion, Yolk. So, Stella, do I understand correctly that this Strangelet originated from a different star system? Yes, I have never seen isotope ratios like this before. This material must come from a place with vastly different conditions than Sablina. Incredible! Something truly out of this world. Let's go there. Where do I sign up? Rust, I love how you remind me of the Outer Wilds adventure that I will forever cherish with everything in my heart. And if you've not played the game, just don't look anything up about it. Don't. Trust me. It's very important that you don't, actually. Traveling to another star system? Do you even know what you're chirping about? That's unprecedented. Now, Stella, I would think as a scientist, suggesting something so unprecedented might be something that would make you very excited, yes? Haven't we been working on a starship for some time now, Ruth? Aye, Captain. The laser sail prototype is just about done. Just a few more resources from this sector and we can finish her up and give her a test run. Prototype test run, no stars above, but I do want to find out more of those readings. All right. Oh, okay, this grew. Captain, what are we doing now? So we want to find the laser and the mirrors that I think we need to work on. The laser sail is missing mirrors and lasers, which need more production steps. All right, so let's go ahead. The laser, we need uranium and glass in order to make the laser. And then the mirror is also undiscovered. Yes, and these show recently discovered things. The glass, there we are. Yeah, that's a lot. Well, let's just start somewhere and wing it from there. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, I think we're actually over at a whole new sector, and I think we do actually have some tech points. Let's go ahead and let's get ourselves down. Okay, so this is a Faliforglia. Also, a hummingbird just tried to get in my window. That was very fun and distracting. And this spot looks like it has, I think, the uranium, or excuse me, the silicon, which we have here, and the water. And we constantly need water for our ship. So let's make sure that we've got maybe over here with our tech points before we use them up. The ability, a bird bath, if we had some water and solar cells to upgrade our station level and get some credits. That sounds amazing. Let me make sure. Oh, we're starting to separate things from extraction, production, energy, logistics. Got it. So let's go ahead and let's get a bird bath started and put our little rover down too so that we can earn some tech points. Because we want to make sure that we're not running out of stuff too early here. And then we're going to get the water to improve our credit amount. We also need, there we go, and water to improve our tech levels. That's what I was looking for. And then I guess we can go ahead and put down, should I invest in more extractors to get the water from here? That's probably a good idea, because we're gonna probably need oxygen for something. The glass, we just need quartz to turn into glass. Got it. And then, did we complete the bird bath already? Yes! All right. And that's the living quarters for oxygen, or the uranium, or the silicone for the engine room. All right. And that would also help us out with being able, there we go, to get ourselves, and we'll pull the rover back to get ourselves more credits so that we can fund our adventures into space, which is really important from, you know, the obviousness of it all. So this spot has iron. This spot has magnesium and aluminum. And then we've got magnesium there. We probably will spend some of our tech really quickly just discovering all of these other spots to see. Anybody have quartz? All right, so we've got iron, silicon, let's see. And I think the quartz is just like, oh, we craft it from the silicon in the water. That's right. I can't believe I forgot that, but I did. Actually, I can totally believe I forgot that. That's why it's important to have little reminders like this. Very helpful, this. Oh, and we can upgrade the lab. We could add a little gem if we go to the iron. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna need to work on those. But let's actually work on getting more credits for just a minute. And we're gonna want the silicon from that. Also, we can put our little rover down. Why is this so cute? You can, I wonder if having little yolk go around in the rover is actually like a dangerous distraction, because he's just so adorable. But we're just gonna have to hold in there. So we can also research a crucible uses heat to fuse two resources into a composite material. We can do the optics factory, creates optical components from two resources. We're probably gonna need a little of all of those. For now, chemical lab. The chemical lab is how we make the quartz. And we're gonna need a lot of credits for that. And then let's put down another launch pad over here, I think, so that we can get another extractor hooked up. But then we need another extractor hooked up here. And I'm trying to remember, so if we want the chemical lab, do we need to have the pipe go to the chemical lab first? I think so. So we'll go ahead, move the pipe, and let's get rid of that pipe. And you can't overlap the pipes, I've learned, which is really interesting. There we go. So now we're crafting. Look at that. Now we are going ahead. We are making some goop, which is craftable as a waste product, and we're making quartz. We also have a crafting recipe for acid. Oh, well, probably will need that for important-y things that will definitely help us out with our sciencey stuff, but we're just gonna kind of tuck that to the side for a minute. And then we need aluminum in order to start researching a crucible, maybe ahead of time. And we need glass in order to research the optical factory. Oh my word. This is escalating very quickly. All right, and the reactor, iron, would just kind of help us to upgrade stuff in the background. I have a feeling we're probably gonna need a little of everything. There's the iron, there's the uranium. I have a feeling we're probably gonna need the uranium and whatever else was over here. Let's have maybe, oh, it's hard. You have to just kind of take your best guess of where resources might show up. It's decent enough, I think. So this is the sulfur. And so it's naturally occurring and we can extract sulfur from it. If we extract sulfur and water, we can work on the lab. So we'll send the sulfur off as a newly discovered discovery to the ship. And then we can also work on the uranium, actually right here, to send off to the ship. Excellent, excellent. So quartz, I think, is being made. And then we need uranium and glass. The glass, we need quartz. Oh, let's go back over. So we don't need to be sending the quartz to the ship at the moment, I think. Instead, where's my little quartz stations right here? Let's come over and we're gonna remove that. And I think we just need quartz into the refiner. So we send quartz from the chemical lab into the refiner over to the launch pad. Oh, you gotta love how chaotic that is. Let's get more tech points going. The lab has now been upgraded. Look at that. We have sent off, well, we did send some quartz. We can have a treasury with the quartz we sent. Oh my gosh. My goodness gracious. Yeah, I guess we could make more quartz right over here too if we wanted. I'm gonna have to figure out. Okay, so it's sending both quartz and glass right now. I don't know how many of both it has. We'll have to see. Because you can only have... Okay, now it's only doing glass. So if I put another chemical lab down, like right here, and then ruthlessly efficient. Achievement missed. Oh no! I didn't mean to miss an achievement. We need more sulfur to get tech. Oh no, I think I hooked us up. Oh, but we're gaining some passive credits. Whoops, no, don't fast forward. I need more refiners, I think. But actually, I guess I can come over here because we're not using these. Oh, and I can start upgrading my refiners? What? I didn't know I could do that. That's very exciting. And I can do that one, and then we can put another extractor down right here, and then go there. And now we should be sending quartz off to be able to finish the treasury quest. My goodness gracious. And we can work on getting the sulfur going faster in order to upgrade the space station, which I love. That makes me think about how in RimWorld you can have your own space stations now. For years, I've wanted to do some of those space adventures, but maybe with a little bit less, well, you know what? I do like the challenge, but to make it feel like an adventure we would do together, basically, is what I'm trying to say. All right, there's oxygen. There's also glass for the living quarters, which we can totally manage. There's water being sent off, but I really want that sulfur, I think, so that we can work on credits. So now that that's done, now that we know we can upgrade the sulfur extractor, that sounds like a fantastic thing to do. Woo! Oh, wait. Without upgrading a building? All right, I'm gonna have to look at some of the like special fancy things that we could earn more often. But for now, we want oxygen or glass, or we could apparently make the acid. How does the acid made? Because that's just wild. Sulfur and water will make acid if we had a chemical lab. Oh my word. I need to learn to resist these things, but it's really hard because that sounds really interesting. So I need my chemicals. And then once we get those, we can go ahead and we can make acid to have a laboratory. I guess we need to send off some of the sulfur in the first place anyway. Oh my word. All right. And I guess there's a extractor. We don't really need the uranium at the moment, so I guess I could recall that. Then we don't have to spend quite as much of our money. And speaking of money, we can send little Yoke off to go and gather some of the resources for us so we can get the chemical lab down. Wait, oh no, okay. So in order to make the acid, we need water. I don't have water here. Oh, I didn't think that one through before I accepted that quest, did I? I sure didn't. But there's uranium and water here. Great. I've managed to get myself committed to another tiny little spot. Little Yoke, we're gonna need your help getting enough of the pieces that we can, enough of the ground research done that we can afford to be able to put down the things we need. Because I was not paying as much attention as I really should have. Oh, thank goodness. All right, there's a little money there. So now we have our 2 extractors. And I need a chemical lab here as well. And we can probably pull all of these things back and put them on other asteroids. Goop, resource discovered, goop. I'm a little worried about the goop. However, the water, this is water and uranium, not water and sulfur. Wait, water, okay, this is uranium. Uh-oh. This is what I mean, I wasn't paying attention. Recall, recall, recall. And we were making goop. I wasn't trying to make goop. I just was looking at green things. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's not funny. It's actually like, Siri, why? And there's a new asteroid over here. So this guy, what are you? Oh, the aluminum. We do need the aluminum. And I think, and we're still committed to the acid. All right. And then also, we're trying to craft, for crying out loud, the mirrors. So we need glass and a light alloy. Oh, and the light alloy needs produced by aluminum and silicon. Huh. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna need a landing pad for some things anyway. Let's jump back over here. My chemical lab is back here. Let's get a landing pad installed, and let's get some of the sulfur here, I think, on this planet. So I'm gonna take the sulfur, we're gonna send it to the landing pad. I love this. It's exactly like Factorio for me. And then we've got the glass being sent off. Let's do water for now. And now that the landing pad is here, I want it to go, whoops. All right. We got to remove this pipe. And then we want, in order to make the acid, water and sulfur. So we're going to stop these extractors. We're going to recall those for just a second. We're going to send the sulfur and the water into here. Oh, look, you can see it moving along. Oh, I see that now. And then that is making it so that the chemical lab, which we cannot upgrade just yet, we've discovered ash as well. Okay, we don't want to refine this. Oh my gosh. So that's what was going on. We were refining the acid that we're trying to send off to go to the lab for Stella. Why is that so delightful? And all of that got distracted from working on the glass that we were trying to make and the light alloy. And we need the aluminum and silicon in order to make that. Got it. Oh, thank goodness we were able to upgrade some of our things. So, I mean, to be honest, magnesium we're about to go and discover. Acid, water, and sulfur all being produced. A little park for... Oh, of course we're going to work on a little park too. But for now, let's carry on. Acid and water also being sent off. I mean, yes. Getting credits. We're totally going a lot slower than I thought we would, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's go to Hesta, the beautiful Hesta, and look at this. Now we've already invested in several of the extractors. We can go ahead. We've discovered magnesium, which happens to be something we need to send for Stella's improvements to the lab. And there's also aluminum, which happens to be the thing we need to send in order to make the light alloy. So it needs silicon and aluminum. So let's put these guys together. You sending off? Yes, okay. And then if we had a lot of silicon, we can get some more credits. I think we're doing great on credits now. All right, we're kind of getting a little bit of a vibe going on here. So, mirror, glass, light alloy, aluminum, and silicon. And then we're gonna have the aluminum. I think we're okay on the acid now. So we're gonna actually change it so the aluminum goes to the landing station instead. I see. And now all of our little ships are just so busy. They're all going in all these different directions. Okay, and if we send out uranium, which I think we are, to the reactor, that would also upgrade stuff. We don't have to technically do those, and I've been very distracted by that, but I can't help it. Okay, and now we need the aluminum and the silicon to come and hang out with each other and not go into the chemical pipe, because that's gonna be big chaos. And then we're gonna have the silicon and the aluminum go in here. Okay, so into here, and then extractor over here. And it should, once it kind of clears through, mean that now this will start producing not acid, not really quartz. I think it has to work through some of the other things that have arrived. I love this. Why is this so cool? And we need to make sure that our little transports are just going to there. There we go. And then, all right, I think, oh, look, everybody's all clogged up. So that's part of the problem, is everyone's just like, there's no space to land, boss. Okay, maybe we need double the landing pads in order to make that happen. Because the launch pad, the landing pad, look how tired you are. Oh, so it's been halted. Is that because it's just got too much coming on in? Is that what's happening here? And we're just sort of clogged up? Goop is now being made. I can't upgrade the landing pad. I see, and I can't upgrade the chemistry lab at the moment. I can upgrade the launch pad and this extractor, which is nice. All right, so right now it's making goop, but I think that's just because we've got the wrong materials going in. I need aluminum and silicon. All right, aluminum and silicon, maybe? Oh, I need a crucible for it. Oh my gosh. That's what we get, isn't it? And now we're making all of this goop. And I don't have anything to say for myself because we've been making all of this goop. That's how quickly it can all become just a chaotic mess. Oh, why is that so exciting in some ways though? Because it is. Because it's just, now we can research the crucible like I should have from the very beginning when we learned that there was something new to research. And we can also go ahead and let's start researching the optics factory and making some glass in order to make that happen. This is adorable. It is, hopefully, as we carry on and as we remember, that's right, if we want to go ahead and make glass, we have to refine the quartz. There we go. There you go. This could be a very soothing experience as we slowly but surely wiggle out all of the different steps. As we remember, hey, we can upgrade these extractors and these launch pads as we dig deeper in order to go ahead and try to access all of our tech. As we realize, oh, I'm not harvesting the aluminum because we pulled that extractor, didn't we? Oh yeah, forgot about that. Whoops. And then we upgrade it again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm falling in love with this. It is a playful adventure that as we start learning how to craft more of these pieces, as we remember to send our aluminum actually to the space station so we can get our research done. And as we figure out, oh, we need a crucible for that. Oh, and also maybe another launch pad if we want to really make things move along. We do have 2 launch pads here, which is quite nice. Let's see. So production, the optics factory creates optical components from 2 resources. We need the crucible, however, to fuse, using heat to fuse resources into a composite material. And I think with a few more silicons sent out, we will be able to go ahead and we'll actually, as we check in on the extractors, see how they're doing. Can't upgrade the chemical lab yet. Absolutely upgrading these extractors though, to try to help out. Come on, silicon. Go, go, go. All right, and so when things are working, I don't think I'm actually harvesting very much. Oh my gosh, am I literally sending most of the silicon? I think we might potentially be sending most of the silicon to the chemical factories, and that's why it's taken a minute. Do you ever feel like you just sort of need a lie down sometimes as we continue working on upgrading the living quarters? We're just gonna end up having like a giant station of beautiful birds who are like, I've lived here for generations, boss. What do you mean move? I don't want to move. There we go. We're just gonna go ahead and like let that speed up just for a second here. All right, there we are. We got the crucible. It looks like a tea kettle and that's adorable. All right, finally, we can use heat to take the aluminum and the silicon, mix it together. How about that? Our brand new crucible will be mixing alloys and ceramics in no time, but not without energy. Energy? I thought you'd never ask. Let's research some solar panels. I'm excited to see the crucible in action. Ah, of course. Of course. We need energy first. Like the coffee I'm gonna go get. I hope that we are a intergenerational spaceship. Because I think we're gonna need, what do they say? To hatch a few eggs before we make this omelet.